Yeah, get them. Ugh.
There you go.
Welcome to Invite Sent. Oh, boom. It's an issue with our industry for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Bubba, being in the fighting game community is a hot take for anybody watching.
If you're feeling uncomfortable, imagine how often and how regularly the person you're trying to stand up for feels that way, and they don't even say anything to initiate it. They just are, and someone's attacking them for who they are without even being provoked.
Welcome to Invite Sent. We are a live streaming show where we interview people and play video games.
Help is on the way, dear.
Did he make it in? Did he get all 20? Yes, way to go. If you'd like to be on Invite Sent, be interviewed, and play video games, please go to bubbagetter.com and request to be on the show. And I'll let you know if the invite is sent. Yeah, get him. Ugh.
There you go.
Welcome to Invite Sent. Boom! It's an issue with our industry for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Bubba, being in the fighting game community is a hot take for anybody watching.
If you're feeling uncomfortable, imagine how often and how regularly the person you're trying to stand up for feels that way, and they don't even say anything to initiate it. They just are, and someone's attacking them for who they are without even being provoked.
Welcome to Invite Sent. We are a live streaming show where we interview people and play video games.
Help is on the way, dear.
Did he make it in? Did he get all 20? Yes, way to go. If you'd like to be on Invite Sent, be interviewed, and play video games, please go to bubbagetter.com and request to be on the show. And I'll let you know if the invite is sent. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Invite Sent Season 3. Season 3, we are out here with Season 3. Super excited. We've had a lot of fun shows. We've already had an invite sent. Folks from 1HP like Matt and Caitlin. We had Ray Pastor last week, and we talked about all sorts of fun stuff. This Friday, we're going to have Spotlight, and Spotlight is an open time where we're going to have open interviews for those in the gaming and esports space to just come in and talk about themselves. We've had 3 or 4 of those fun episodes. We've had 10 different people from the gaming esports space looking for careers, either been laid off or they're open to work or whatever. Please check that out Friday afternoon. You can find the info on LinkedIn for all the events coming up. But yeah, Spotlight's coming up next week. We're going to have another invite sent with Dr. Rachel Cowart from Take This and the Zeitgeist, and she is an amazing leader we're going to hear from. And then on Friday next week, the 23rd, we'll have Dr. Claudia Carzana. Then the 28th, Freddie Halstead. On March 1st, JD Carrier. And on the 8th, we're going to have Zach Teep. And I think there's some other ones scheduled. But I just got confirmation from Renee Geddes as well, who used to be the executive director of the International Game Developer Association. She just created a game that we're going to be playing live the day before it goes full version. There's a demo version I got to download. We're going to be playing that on March 6th. But today we're going to have a very special guest who really needs no introduction, but we're going to have some fun because we get to hang out a lot. We get to talk about all that stuff, and we're actually going to jump into a game of Rocket League. Julie, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great. Thanks for having me, Bubba.
Of course,
I'm looking forward to having some fun with you this morning.
Oh,
morning for me.
Well, yes, it's 8 a.m. there. It's 10 a.m. here.
Yeah.
I threw us in a match. Let's see how it goes. Are you in?
I am in.
We're both playing on mouse and keyboard. We are gonna do amazing, and I don't even remember how to play. But we almost scored. So you've been on the show before. We have. Last time we played Knockout City.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed Knockout City. I actually still have. I need to figure out my controls here. There we go.
That's all right. It's all about having fun, right?
Yeah. My kids just like to make fun of me when I play this. Oh, I'm gonna score. I'm gonna go score.
There you are.
Nope, didn't do it. Kevin Diltz,
Except
hey,
for
how are you?
That's their goal.
Back up. Kevin Diltz in the chat. Lori Lehman, hello.
Hey,
Welcome to
Lori
the
and
chat.
Kevin. Love them.
I am pretty good at missing the ball in this game.
I am excellent
Very
at missing
well.
this ball.
Wait,
Yes.
are they scoring on our goal? Okay, that's
No, that's their goal. We're
okay.
red.
About to say. So let's go over when we first met, and I want to talk about things that changed for you at the NAECAD conference in Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 2022.
Yes.
2022?
Yeah, 2022. Crazy.
Janet Vanderpool says hello. Julie's the best.
Hi, Janet. That's good to see you, Janet. It's awesome. Uh-oh. There I go. Yeah, I'm terrible at this, guys, just so you know. I did post on LinkedIn and Twitter like, hey, come watch me attempt to play Rocket League.
Yeah.
I love trying, right?
Yeah.
That's the funnest part about esports is giving it your all. But yeah, so when I had the opportunity to go to NAECAD in that would have been March of 2022, and that's where I met you and a host of other people. Winner by forfeit.
Right.
There we are.
They quit. They quit because we were so bad.
Because we were so bad. There we are. Well, they weren't doing any better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the opportunity to attend, and just I met a host of people, of course, there, and from the collegiate and high school space, mostly collegiate, and then some professionals as well. And it was just eye-opening to me. I had no idea really how much esports was embedded into schools already. Yeah, like because we had started in Fresno Unified in 2018, and we were kind of at the forefront of K-12, and so I went to NAECAD to meet collegiate coaches and professionals to say, hey, how do I align what we're trying to do in Fresno with what you are doing in the collegiate and professional scene? And it was awesome to just be there with all tons of people that I'd never met before and who were ahead of me, and learning so much from everyone there. So it was super exciting, and I've continued on with those friendships, and it's just grown from there. And I mean, just the number of people that I'm able to collaborate with from all across the world, really, in esports now, it changed not just my professional life, but my personal life as well. So super excited about what I get to do every day.
What was your take on video games and esports before you heard about why it's beneficial, or what you could do in your school?
So I was one of those moms that I had children, boys who played all the time, and I loved watching them. But we had parameters, like you couldn't play, until your homework was done, and you couldn't play during the week. And, I didn't understand, first of all, what esports provides for kids.
Yeah.
Not just an outlet, but the strategic planning that goes into it. If we were really good at Rocket League, right, we would have a plan of how we were going to execute certain moves, right? And then just there we go. That was great.
We are so awesome.
Bad. We are badly awesome. I think I didn't realize, I did not know what esports could do for students, whether it be neurodivergent students,
Uh-huh.
neurotypical students, just the amount of interaction that occurs
Nice.
in both I'm having a hard time talking and defending the school.
This is the game. This is the
Right?
show.
This is the show. Uh, right? The, just what everyone says, right? That students find their place, right? The students that have never participated in other activities, they find their
Yeah.
place in esports. And I had no idea, like the absolute all the benefits that we've seen. Ah, come on, darn
I
it.
almost had it.
We had it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, that's pretty much what I advocate for all the time is by offering this to your kids and schools, you will not only just provide them an opportunity to connect with peers that like the same things as they are, but in some cases, for some students, you may very well change their lives, right?
Mhm.
And providing them opportunities that in something that they absolutely love to do, whether that's a career or just a safe outlet for kids with anxiety and depression. It's just amazing what esports can do.
100%.
So yeah,
I am
I
focused
had no idea, right?
so hard here. Oh my gosh, I almost
Oh
gotta say.
man,
So Lori Lehman and Janet Vanderpool, those just people in the EDU space, or?
yeah. So Jeanette is she works for CDW, and we met for the first time actually at
Oh, okay.
At FETC.
Okay.
And I think just kind of she and I are very similar in personality, I think, and we just kind of hit it off, and so she's connected me with a couple of people, and just to help grow the esports space. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
CDW is awesome about, with from the esports team to people on the
Yeah.
education team. And then Lori actually is the head of esports at a district in New Mexico.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Lori and I have collaborated on a couple different, just like I say, meeting of the minds and helping, trying to figure out how do we grow this and how do we bring people together.
Score. Yes.
Woo, Bubba, way to go. Because we've talked about this too before, you and I, where it's still kind of, in a sense, the Wild West out in the esports world as far as coming up with how do I get my school to play Lori's school, unless I just call Lori and say, hey, Lori, let's get my district together with your district. There's no national, I want to say, collegiate K-12 way to do that, right? There are platforms. Oh, they just scored again.
I just missed.
There are platforms where you can play, other schools and whatnot, but there's no California state championship. There's not really necessarily regional championships. There are states who are doing state championships, but then how do I take our best teams in Rocket League or League of Legends or Overwatch, and how do I get them to play those kids? And so Lori and I have talked a lot about how do we do that? How do we bring that together? And so just, honestly, just trying to work with people all over the U.S. and trying to bring that together. We're actually forming the California Esports Association right now. Oh, Bubba, you're going to get
I almost had it.
Oh, you almost had it.
I had a turn.
There you go. And what the California Esports Association is it's
Yes.
there you go. Is trying to bring together all districts, all schools across California, regardless of what platform you play on or the curriculum you use, or if you do in-person tournaments or you're participating in tournaments online. But how do we bring everyone together to have a true state championship?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I know both of them. And then Kevin, if he's still on, Kevin, he works for Extron, and he and I met actually a few years ago when he's worked for a couple different esports companies,
Yeah.
and we just stayed connected. And our district uses their products, Extron's products, as part of our, setting up for our systems within our classrooms. Okay, see, at
Let's
least
go.
you're scoring. I'm just driving around.
I'm just driving around. I'm just happy to get lucky.
There you go.
Uh,
Um,
yep.
but yeah, I've been able to make a lot of connections with a lot of different people across esports, and that's what I love the most. I think is I just blew up.
Yeah.
Is being able to connect with other people and share our love of esports and bringing people together.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I missed. Oh, go Bubba.
Trying to get underneath it. I'm trying to get underneath it. Oh. Jeanette Vanderpool says, would love for you to talk about how you created your program, CTE and club for those starting from ground zero. That is a great question.
Thank you.
Already up to.
So yeah, it's multifaceted, multi-leveled. So for our high school, I was fortunate, or our district was fortunate, in that it started kind of from the top down. We had a CTO at the time who met with our then athletic director of the district, and they collaborated together and said, hey, our CTO saw esports and like, hey, we've got to do this in our district. And so they just immediately kind of collaborated together using the two departments, because athletics understands the whole bracketing and how do you create a season and tournament, and then IT is able to provide the devices. And so we started back in the spring of 2018 with Rocket League, actually. And kids were playing and they loved it. And then come pandemic time, everything shuts down, and the only sport that continued was esports. And it just started to grow. And then for me personally, I had a lot of elementary teachers reaching out to me just saying, Julie, my kids are so disengaged. How do I get them engaged? And I said, there's this thing called esports, and elementary, have you tried Minecraft? And they're like, yeah, but that's gaming. That's more screen time. And I said, yeah, but let me tell you what little I had learned at that point about collaboration and teamwork and the creativity and critical thinking and strategic planning and all the things that go into it. And they're like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And so I had a couple teachers that went, oh, this is great. Do we have other teachers in our district that are playing? And I said, you know what? We'll create a league. And so we created the Minecraft Esports League. And we had that fall semester. In the pandemic, we had 29 coaches on 26 sites with about 280 kids that participated. We have 68 elementaries, and to have about a little over a third of them, almost half of them, I guess, to participate was pretty shocking to me, to be honest. I expected to get 10 or 12 coaches. And it just grew from there. And so we just started holding seasons and teaching teachers how to teach esports with in elementary with Minecraft. We've since in high school added, curriculum. For Generation Esports, we use their gaming fundamentals for our first class.
Oh, nice.
We call it let me go back. So we actually, our coaches use gaming concepts. I want to say loosely, for helping teach students, and specifically about the mental health moments that are in there, like that. Those are things that I really strive to drive home with our coaches and players, is like, you have to be a well-rounded person. And we need to get the kids, out there and touch grass, right? They can't just sit and play video games, right? Like you have to do exercises and things like that. So we introduced gaming concepts through Gameplan. So our kids and teachers have access to Gameplan, which is a learning management system.
Yeah.
And they great.
You set them up.
I did great. I did that perfectly.
Nice. There you go. Assist.
Yeah, there you go. Great assist. I meant to jump, and anyway. So they, so then I saw how much our kids and our teachers were enjoying the curriculum. So we started camps, and then we also began to add additional CTE courses. So I started out in IT, and I moved to CTE about a year ago. About a year and a half ago. Now, good grief, time flies. And so we decided that we wanted to try and introduce it as a class. So what I have done is California's a little weird. We have additional parameters like A through G alignment, and for our CTE even runs a little differently than national CTE, where that it has to be aligned to a very specific pathway, and it has to live in that pathway. It can't live in two pathways. I mean, it can, but that's difficult. It has to be completely different courses aligned to that pathway. So I just did it again. Set them up.
No, you're good.
Ooh, almost. Oh, shoot. Anyway, so I just took our video production class, and I said, hey, how do I take what you're already teaching and create an esports program with it? And so I worked with one particular video production teacher and took what he had, and I gave him some different curriculums, interactive media from Generation Esports, but also the national curriculum that British Esports uses. That's been adopted nationally. And I just said, okay, how do I merge these two curriculums, or how do I create from these two curriculums and what my teacher's already teaching to make it a CTE approved course? So I worked with Tom quite a bit.
Oh, good.
And the folks at Gameplan, and just said, hey, there you go. How do we create this course so that my teacher doesn't have to teach something different? They can essentially teach video production, but instead of the lens of broadcasting from, a news broadcast or a sports broadcast, we'll make it a esports broadcast.
Nice.
And same thing for shoutcasting. And hey, I hit the ball there. That was good. Yeah. So how do we take that? And the keyboard and mouse thing is hard.
Yes.
I should have used my controller. No, I'm trying to get better at it.
Yes, I agree.
And so I wrote it out as a CTE course, and we're aligning it, to the A through G. It's actually F approved and G approved in California, so it can be.
So describe. I know B is English, but describe that to everybody. The A through
G. So each one is either English, math, science, social studies. Great. And the F is visual and performing arts. So it fits in that course because they are learning the video production and broadcasting piece of it. And G is elective. And so according to each of our state and UCs, our UC system and our state system, college systems, we have different they have requirements that you have to meet in order to graduate from both high school and then entering into college, and they want those certain courses, and so we were able to align it so that they would be accepted into college. It would be accepted as like entry into college for your applying for FAFSA and going to colleges and stuff like that. So so it's been quite a long journey. It's just taken quite a bit of time, I want to say, as far as learning all of the things, right? Learning, oh man, I missed it. Learning CTE, um, learning
Oh
how
no.
esports. Oh, look, maybe I can get it. Maybe. Oh, look
There
at
we go.
you got it. Um, learning the world of esports because it's different than any other sport. And the thing I love though is that when you're, I mean, we're playing the game right now, but
Mm-hmm.
you're streaming it, right?
Yep.
We could be shoutcasting it. It- I mean, we kind of are only talking
Right.
about how bad we are. Um, but right, you can do a play by play just like an NFL commentator.
Mhm.
And I love the fact that we get to help students learn those skills, and then they can put it in their portfolios to be able to go to get college scholarships or learn. Um, just add that they've learned those skills. We're also working on some certifications um, on specifically around the video production and broadcasting piece for esports. Um, just so that kids have more opportunity to share and what they're doing and what they're learning as opposed to uh, just, oh, I play video games, which a lot of people
Yeah.
think that still think that that's what esports is. So, well, we're getting annihilated.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, we're gonna score 3 goals in 10 seconds. There we
Oh.
go. Oh no, but they are.
Oh well.
You know.
So what do you want to happen? So at Fresno United, what is the next step for the district?
So in CTE, you have to have like at least a capstone and a completer, which are usually your 11th and 12th grade courses. So our next steps would be to back map that. So we have, well, right now we called it Esports Essentials, which is essentially the intro to gaming concepts. That will kind of evolve and change and move down into 9th grade, and then we'll create a more aligned to shoutcasting and the streaming part of it, which will be probably a junior class. And then we'll create a sophomore class so that we have a full 4-year pathway. And then we're also working with like UC Merced and
Okay.
other schools as well to get dual enrollment. UC Merced's is in business management, so it will be kind of its standalone course because it doesn't really fit into the arts, media, and entertainment pathway, which is where our esports program lives. So it's working on all of that, writing more curriculum on my side, getting kids more involved, having more events other than just our tournaments. Well, there you are. That 2 seconds and they scored.
Yeah. I do not know how to move and block
I don't
that
either.
very well.
Yeah,
I was staying back
whatever.
on D, but it didn't help.
No.
Now, go ahead.
I was going to say that, and then just having more events that we're integrating the different parts of esports in at just technology events. We're working with Fresno State for an event that we're going to do. We're going to call it Byte in the fall.
Okay.
Byte as in BYTE. So it'll be a little bit of that was somebody. One of us got to play defense, I guess, right? So. Using we're getting more into also Unreal Engine and game design as well, hoping that students we know that students are excited about that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, I can't even defend. And so just trying to
Nice.
grow all the facets of esports, not just what we have. Like I don't want to just sit still and let what we're doing just be. I want to continue to grow and make additional partnerships, of course, growing scholarships for students as well, whether it's come on, I can't even drive. whether it's gameplay. Oh, I'm going to score. I scored for them.
Way to
How
go.
about that? I
How
scored
about
for
that?
them.
Nice job.
There you are. Let's just hope I do better with esports programming than I do playing
I think
Rocket
you
League.
do. I think you do.
But yeah, just trying to provide those different opportunities, right? I think that's essential, is trying to get kids, into careers and into jobs that they love and that they want to do. So many of our students, I think, are just disengaged because what the traditional education system offers them is not what they want to do. And I mean, even with the introduction, now, and all the things that we're doing with AI, I saw a job on LinkedIn for an AI prompt engineer, starting at like $75,000 for a junior level entry, right? It's like we need to teach kids these, skills. And it can start with esports, right? I mean, just getting them excited about something within education, that's outside of traditional, just, listening to a teacher and taking, writing papers and taking tests. I think anytime we can provide visual opportunities for them to, an assessment, Minecraft is perfect for that. Even for high school students, but also, for like I said, the video production piece, and streaming and shoutcasting. Let's teach them that in our speech and English classes. I'm all turned around now. There we go. So let's work on that, right? Let's work on that. Just like I want to try to improve in Rocket League, right? Kids do too. Kids want to improve in their shoutcasting and their broadcasting and their streaming and whatever it is that they're doing. So I just want to learn as much as I can of what's available in the industry and what's available in college so that we can provide that for our kids. Those are my goals right now. I don't have, like, people always say, well, what's your dream career? I'm like, I'm doing it. Like, whatever career I'm in or whatever job I'm in, to me, that's make the most of it, right? Like, that should be your currently, right? I mean, I'm not a ladder climber. I just want to provide the best thing, right? For I call it my sphere of influence, or the people that I engage with. And so, oh man, if that's it, it's in esports. And I have to say, esports is the marriage between all of the things I feel like I'm gifted at, as far as, mentoring and coaching, project management, program development. I mean, every job I've ever had, kind of the answer is, I hope I should have stayed in Defender. I did not.
I was trying to block it, but I don't know how to I just can't get there quick enough.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's like I moved out of the way.
Here you go.
Go ahead, score. I feel like it's just important, to love what you do, no matter where you are or what it is. Like, if you don't love it, then don't do it. And so I find a lot of passion in, what I'm able to do here.
Nice block.
Oh, I blocked it! Woo!
Let's go.
In helping students and teachers, I think one of my favorite thing, honestly, to do is run events and the program, like creation and event planning and management of a program, and training teachers, professional development. That when you see the light bulb go on, whether it's a student or a teacher, of like, oh my gosh, I get this now. And for me, there's nothing better than that. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm just driving in circles around it.
Yep, I did. Oh, I just went under it.
Oh,
gosh. Come on,
don't
go.
Score again on us.
I can't even go the right direction. I'm on the ceiling.
Oh.
It's 5-0, Bubba. We're just.
Yeah, we're practicing. Yeah. Right here, it's right in front of the goal. Ah!
Come on. Oh, no, not anymore. Well, and with keyboard and mouse, like, it's so easy for me to get my fingers, like, on the wrong key. Like, and I'm going forward. No, you're pressing E. but that's okay.
Uh,
Yep.
oh.
I don't.
So Lori says, spot on. Helping our kids find their pathway through their passion for esports is so important and so rewarding.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Love that.
It's yeah, it's just the best, right? And and to collaborate, and I think it's important to, like, meeting with people like Lori or other coaches across the nation, and what are you doing? What's working for you? What's not working? How can I improve?
Yeah.
Constantly, just being aware of how we can make our programs the best that we can, and then just sharing that information. That's the thing I love about the Scholastic Esports um, community, is just being able to share. Everybody's so willing to share what they've done, whether in documentation or in Word, and support you, and help. Like, I get, I'm going to say, chastised often because I share, well, this is how I created, this is what I did, let me let me meet with you, because I believe that not one size fits all, right? Like, so Lori uses NACEF curriculum, we use gaming concepts, others that have written their own. Like, it doesn't matter
Sure.
the curriculum that you
everybody.
use. Exactly. And so what I like to do is meet with people and say, okay, what are you, the two questions I always ask are, what are your student outcomes and what are your program goals? And how can I help you achieve those? Let's figure out, maybe curriculum is not the route for you to go. Maybe it is just club. Maybe you're just going to, grab a few teachers and pilot it and see how esports runs. Maybe it is having a varsity program, where you have competitive play and it's online because you only have 3 schools in your district.
Yeah.
Maybe it's putting you together, like in California, we have, up just a little north of me here, it's called the Central California Esports League, and it's a bunch of rural and smaller school districts that have all
Yeah.
come together to create their own league, and they play against each other.
Right.
There's a variety of ways to do it. Do you want to do LAN tournaments in person? Like, all of those different things. And so I think that it's important to meet with people and really understand, excuse me, what they want, and what their, again, program goals and what they want for students. Maybe, it's not a CT, we're not starting with CTE or coursework. For us, our district was very clear that they didn't want to start with, we didn't want to start with CTE, a whole course, right? Meaning we're just going to randomly, or not randomly, but we're not just going to start an esports course and hire a teacher to teach it. It was much more, no, you need to align this to a CTE pathway. And when we talked about it, for us, we felt like, because of the number of CTE, arts, media, and entertainment teachers we had, woo, look at that.
Yeah.
We felt like that was the best. And we scored first. You scored first. But if we felt like it was better, to align it to already existing coursework. For some people, it may be, no, we're just going to start our first. We're going to hire a teacher, and they're going to teach 4 sessions or sections of esports. Like, for everybody, it's different. So I'm a huge advocate for, like, let me help you figure out what works best for you. Let's not just say, oh, this is how you have to do it, because you know your kids best, and that's what matters, is what's going to be best for your kids. Oh, nope. See, I just dribbled. I spun right by it. I don't even. Oh no, there.
Oh, that was it. Well, I put us in 3v3 so we can have a helper.
I saw that, because we need it. I mean, the good thing is they match you with people of similar,
skill-based
skill. Yeah, because
Here we go.
Like,
It's rolling in
see,
front.
there you are. I can't even.
There we go.
I don't even know. I was trying to sit, and I couldn't even sit.
Yeah.
There to help, but whatever. At least we're up now. See, we needed a third person. Sorry, I got to take a drink here. Oh, morning coffee. Good stuff.
Okay,
So,
here we go.
yeah. All right,
Now,
let's see if we can actually score.
I'm about to score. I'm about to score. I'm about to score.
Oh, you got it. Bubba did
Left
it.
it
You
wide
got
open.
there. Yeah.
So tell me about your apprenticeship at Wiki, Women and Esports Mentor.
Oh,
Women's Game
yeah.
International.
Um, so I saw that oh gosh, this is probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now. They are constantly having rotations of mentors and mentees, and I applied. I just said, hey, I want to see what it means to be a mentor,
Uh-huh.
and I was matched honestly with I've done it twice now, and the first person I was matched with is Alyssa Duran. And
Oh,
if you know
nice.
Alyssa or
Oh,
Duran,
yeah.
how do you say it,
Yeah.
right? So
That's
she
awesome.
is now the interim head coach at
Yeah.
Shenandoah
Yeah,
University. She
Shenandoah.
took over for Joey
Mm-hmm.
when Joey went to Syracuse. And I mean, I couldn't have asked for a more amazing person, right? I mean, I was like, why are you even a mentee? You should be a mentor yourself, And she's young, she's in her 20s. Um, but gosh, you talk about just a brilliant coach and just so energetic and whatnot. And so what they do is they match you with someone that is in a similar or has similar aspirations, career aspirations.
Yeah.
And there's a program that you go through, the book that you go through. Um, and I'll be honest, like we did some of the book and we did attend some of the meetings, but more for Alyssa and I, it
Mm-hmm.
was it was just let's meet, let's talk, let's get to know you. What are you struggling with? How can I help you? Again, when you talk about the mentoring piece, I mean I've done that. I have been a mentor,
Yeah.
for different organizations and for youth, for couples, for
Nice.
30 some years, I want to say. And so that was just amazing. And then the second time I did it, I had a young girl, Sophie, who at the time worked for Riot. She unfortunately was part of the Riot layoffs
Sure.
as a developer. But so if you're looking for an awesome,
Okay.
game developer,
Mm.
Sophie Lynn, she's available.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I helped that.
But yeah, it's just they match, and that's what I found most appealing about it is they try to match you with somebody. Um, you fill out like
Sophie Lynn, you said?
yeah, LANH. You try to
L-I.
NH.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, great.
I was gonna add her to the spotlight. She wanted to check it out on Friday.
Yeah.
For
So
people looking for work.
yeah, yeah, there's so many out there right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
But I love that they match you up with somebody that is similar to you, and that you can relate to. And um, so that's what I love about that. I've just recently joined the
nice.
Guardian crew at
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask about that next, but
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
at
done with Wiki, yeah, I want to
the
talk more about
Gamehers.
that Gamehers. Yeah.
Yeah, so
What
the
does that mean?
Gamehers.
What does that mean?
So the Guardian is someone that I'm gonna put my spin on it.
Okay.
It's somebody who is entrusted with the care of those within their sphere of influence, right?
Mm.
And not just the people, but for me, it's esports. I feel like I have a responsibility to care for the industry, and not just the people, but how esports is viewed, and what people are saying and how it's moving forward. I take that I seriously. And so a guardian,
Yeah.
according to the Gamehers, is a parent, an educator, or a teacher, somebody who is an advocate for esports, and caring for it and its people, and helping to um, grow those individuals or the organization that they are a part of. And so I honestly have no idea who nominated me, but I've been nominated for the Guardian of the Year,
Nice.
and actually was voted as a finalist. So there are four of us all together. Um,
Do you know who they are?
and I know Cora Kennedy is one.
Cora, yeah.
Um, shoot, not off the top of my head.
I
I'll be
think
honest.
Sorry is maybe.
No,
No, she's
Sari
lifetime.
is
Sari is
she's lifetime
Yeah.
achievement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So several, women that I
Uh-huh.
actually consider mentors or
Yeah.
really good friends have been nominated. Christy Custer is nominated
Uh-huh.
for, I think, Educator of the Year. I don't
Something
remember,
like
but
that. Yeah.
yeah, and it's they recognize women who are making a significant difference in esports as a whole, but the gaming industry as well, not just esports. So it's also cosplay of the year and game of the year and collegiate
Mm.
team of the year and like all of those types, program of the year. So it's gaming and esports,
Yeah.
um, which I think is really great. I mean, a little like Sari posted like, "Oh, I'm shocked." I was like,
Yeah.
I was shocked. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
I've got it
I
pulled up here. I've got it pulled up.
oh, there you go.
I see AJ, Guardian of the Year.
There you go. Yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and let me do this. So AJ, Core, Kennedy, Julie, um, Tiny Valkyrie. I don't know what that is. Streamer. So
Yeah.
yeah, 3 or 4
Streamers. There's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
There's all
Christie's got
kinds.
Leader of the Year.
Leader of the Year. That was it. Yeah. So there are a lot of different categories. The
Mhm.
awards show is in Atlanta on March 1st.
Okay.
I was going to try to go, but living on the West Coast, that's a 36-hour turnaround. Uh-oh. I did it again. I just left it wide open. Great. Um, 36-hour turnaround on a weekend and then having to come back to work on a Monday. I was like, well, I've done that once before in helping a district run
Yeah.
an esports program, and I opted uh, not to do it this time because it is a lot. It's hectic to try to do that that quickly. But I will be watching online. It'll be streamed, so I will be watching online. Oh
Nice.
no!
I hit the crossbar.
Oh, I didn't jump
Uh,
right.
I
Shoot.
never jump right.
I don't. Yeah. It's all right. This is honestly one of my favorite arenas to play in. I
Yeah,
love the
this is
dark,
pretty cool.
like the city in the background.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um, so yeah, I mean, I am extremely blessed. I get asked to be a part of different things all the
Mhm.
time. So I'm on the advisory board for NAECAD now for the
right.
which is awesome. And their national convention is coming up in June,
Yeah,
and
I might
in
be there.
Minneapolis this year. Yeah, I'm trying to get
Mhm.
there. Unfortunately, our district. Oh man, our district has frozen travel for us. Not
Oh, okay.
frozen. I just have to pay for it myself.
Sure.
And it is the weekend right before ISTE, and I'm already going to ISTE I'll be speaking there on esports, and so I'll try, but that it just depends on the cost of the flight because I'll fly from here to Minneapolis and Minneapolis straight to Denver, and
Yeah.
um, so we'll see. Um, but I do that. I've recently Steve Isaacs has asked me to be on we're creating an Unreal Engine certification.
Yeah.
So I was asked to
Outside
be
of
on.
what they already have?
Yes. So
Tell me more.
I mean, it'll be developing. It'll be a couple, a good solid year and a half,
Yeah.
because we're taking our time with it. But just creating certifications for 3D modeling and just a bunch of different criteria. I want to say for creating, whether it's esports, esports games. Oh, look at that! I scored for them. Yes.
Yes, you did.
I scored for them. Why can't I do that for us? Woohoo! That was
That's
amazing
nice. That was
score.
really, a minute ago
the
I did a
other
backflip
team.
and hit it with my roof, but it didn't go in the goal. I thought
Yeah,
I've never
whatever.
done anything like that.
Right?
So what's different about this certification outside? Is it esports focus? Is there
No. It's 3D modeling.
Okay.
It's just using Unreal Engine, like specifically for students to get certifications. So like that's a big push right now, and I'll be working on different certifications for esports specifically over the next couple of years, alongside of our CTE teachers, because we're working on a video production production assistant, certification within video production. But I'm like, okay, well, we can do that for esports too. And so, for us and for the Unreal one, it is not specifically esports at all. It's just for 3D modeling. But because I've brought in trainers to teach our teachers Unreal Engine, for game design specifically. Just trying, like I said, to grow all facets of what is offered in gaming and esports. It's not just games, right? Playing games. So if we can offer in our design courses the ability for students to earn a certification that will get them a job in 3D modeling and design, game design, then that, to me is definitely a worthwhile pursuit. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate to know the people that I know and have the connections that I have, to be able to assist with things like that. Like that's, like I said, the continual trying to grow what we're doing, and not just in Fresno, right? I mean, my district and
Yeah, that's what I was
specifically.
wondering about, like your certifications for this, and then your thing with Steve. These are different, or
Yes.
and
Yeah.
who can use them, and is it for students? Is it just California, or is it everywhere?
Yeah, no, it'll be everywhere. Yeah, so the Unreal Engine one, that will be everywhere. So same with the CTE certifications that we'll be working on in the district. It's not, and there's never anything that I want to create that is just for Fresno. It's the great thing about being in California is that if I align it to California standards and privacy laws and A through G, it'll fit just about anywhere.
Except for Texas, of course.
Yes, and working with Tony and Jose in New York, right? That they also have some different parameters as well.
Yeah.
But close enough to where they can tweak it, just a smidge, in order to get what they need to use it in New York.
Right.
And so it's not so much it's not, I want to say, specific to just Fresno Unified in California. It is also specific, and it's not just esports specific either. It'll be it'll be, so whatever we create, I like I said, because our district wanted to do all of our courses aligned to current classwork. So it'll be, a broadcasting certification, but through the lens of esports. Now, somebody in broadcasting for news could take that and just tweak it a little bit to make it fit news broadcasting or sports broadcasting as well. So initially, yes, it will be. Wow, there we are. That was wonderful. This is
cool
horrible.
Trying to block it, but I didn't block it.
Yeah. What? So yeah, there's just a lot of different things that I'm very privileged to work on and help create. Well, there you go, Julie. It helps if you move. It helps if you move. Yeah, there we go. And then you move right into it, away from it, whatever.
So with our last 19 seconds here of our final game, where do you want to be in the next 2 to 5 years? I know you're a grandmother coming up,
I
right?
would. Yes, I get having my first grandchild. Yes, my oldest son and my daughter-in-law are having a baby in August. So, as far as where, that we'll see. I guess ultimately, I mean, I love my job in Fresno Unified.
Hmm.
I love the people I work with. I have an amazing team.
Yeah.
Um, y- you know, uh, I love that I get to focus a lot on esports. Um, I don't know. To be honest, I'm one of those kind of bloom where you're planted people, and
Yeah.
if the next thing that comes along, I think like I mentioned before, I love doing professional development and program management, and I get to do that where I am. But if there are opportunities to do that on a more global scale,
Yeah.
um, you know, I, I want more people to see and know what I've learned in the last 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and to catch that, because we can talk about statistics and how grades and attendance increase, suspensions decrease. Like, we have some of that data, where our students, their GPAs have gone up like 6 points, right, from a
Right.
2.8 to a 3.1, or um like that's unheard of, right, in
Yeah. Yeah.
other sports.
It is. Yeah. Of
Suspensions
course.
rates dropping by 20 and 30%. So, I want others to be able to see that, recognize that, and own that, and helping them create that is what I love doing. And currently, my district allows me to do that. I don't know if that'll stay the same as things change, in the next
Yeah.
couple of years. Um, so honestly, as long as I get to keep sharing my love of esports and doing what I'm doing, if another opportunity opens up, that's great. If not, then I'll do the best I can with the students in our district.
You mentioned the GPA increase. I
Hmm.
am trying to formulate an idea with data from like After School Alliance and other things on
Hmm.
um, the invisible time, 3 to 5, when parents get off, or kids get out of school, parents aren't off work yet, and how most all after school programs that kids are a part of see GPA and attendance increase based on how much they want to be involved. But like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, because I've dove deep. I'm reading Moral Combat, the book about video game violence right now,
Oh,
and
okay.
so
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a lot of comparisons and understand video game violence. I've updated our VEF deck quite heavily on the violence section this last
Yeah.
week,
Nice.
and I'm trying to I'm trying to create article or post or something about showing the value of lowering crime because of esports clubs after school, which I think we understand. But
Hmm.
there's even data that shows that playing video games actually lower crime. Now, this is anybody, this is any age.
Yeah.
So I love this data of um, because video game uh, play is increased,
Yeah.
we've seen lower amounts of actual crime and people doing less crime because they're involved in. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm working on this, and so you'll see some
That's
stuff
nice.
that I'm trying to come up with. But um, do you have any thoughts on that before I ask you, boss?
Yeah. That is 100% true, right? Because kids love to play video games, and if we
Hmm.
not just gaming, but like in esports, like the difference to me is video game play. Like, I can jump on and play with anybody, and I don't know who they are, but within esports, you
Yep.
have a coach, you have a team, you have
Yep.
people you're working with. And so, to be able to share that, right, and bring kids in who might not otherwise participate in other activities, right?
Mhm.
If they're like, hey, I play that game at home, I can play on the team, and get some friends and have a family, right, or
Yeah.
a group belong.
Mhm.
It is, that's when I say esports changes people's lives. And in some cases, like for here, we have, in Fresno, we have the Bulldogs, right, a gang, right, and kids are no, I don't want to be that. I want to play esports. Like that could be, we might have saved that child's life, right? We don't know. Um, so yes, I think
Right.
what you're pursuing is amazing, and you would
We'll
definitely
see.
find the
We'll
data
see.
to support.
See. Well, I'm going to give you the 60-second hot seat. It's all yours. You get to say whatever you want, where people need to go follow you or whatever they need to learn about. Ready?
Awesome.
Here you go.
Awesome. Well, so you can follow me. I spend most of my time on LinkedIn, at Jewel, JDog Mav, on Twitter, or X, sorry. And then on LinkedIn, yeah, just Julie Mavrogeorge. I'm the only one. And I constantly just post like careers and opportunities. I love learning from people. I share some insights on there if you want to follow me. And then I would just say, if you at all are interested in starting esports as a organization, or as a school district, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you get started in any way you can. I'll connect you to the people that you need to be connected to, in order to get what you need. So thank you, Bubba, for having me. It's always a pleasure. Love being around, hanging out with you. Yeah, let's grow esports.
Okay. Amazing. We will. Well, if you want to stick around in the control room, I'll come out back there in just a moment, but I'm going to shut down the show. I appreciate you, Julie.
All right. Good to see everyone. Thanks for having me.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We will have more episodes coming up soon. Definitely check out, please, Friday. If you got somebody that is in the gaming space, esports space, looking for work, please tag them in the post about Spotlight, or just have them DM me or whatever. I want to make sure we interview people. And big shout out. Thanks, Julie and Bubba. Great discussion. Love the data approach. Provides an important tool to helping others understand the value of esports. And Jeanette also says districts like Moreno Valley and Palm Springs flag their students in the area of GPA. Attendance and behavior referrals are referrals. So after 2 years, they show esports students showed these students have the highest GPAs, highest attendance, and lowest behavior referrals. Thank you, Jeanette and Lori, for that information. That is great. It is definitely going to be beneficial, those conversations. Let's start having those conversations around gaming and esports, and just the values and benefits that we all talk about. So thank you guys once again. If you definitely know anybody in the space that's looking for work, please have them DM me and they come on Spotlight. And we'll see you next week with Dr. Rachel Cowart for Invite Sent, same time, all the same channels, in LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Kick, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever I said, Twitch, we're all there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Stay amazing. We'll see you next time.
Hello there, gamers and mental health enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking study that explores the intersection of scholarly gaming and mental health education, and how it can impact the self-esteem of adolescents. Picture this: a world where scholarly gaming isn't just about mastering technology-based career skills or dominating the world of video game business. No, it's a world where gaming becomes a gateway to improving mental health. 3 visionary educators and a school-based health intervention expert came together to create a curriculum that aligns with academic guidelines from the International Society for Technology Education. This curriculum spans 40 lessons, delivered over 14 weeks with a minimum of 120 minutes per week. But here's the twist: 83 schools were invited to participate, but they were divided into 2 groups, those with mental health moments and those without. The non-mental health moment group got the scholarly gaming curriculum alone, while the mental health moment group got an extra layer of education. Mental health moments were embedded into 27 lessons, integrating concepts from the PERMA framework and the Collaborative Academic Social and Emotional Learning Standards, otherwise known as CASEL. Now, let's meet our players. 471 participants from both groups, with almost 75% in high school, many experiencing scholarly gaming for the first time. A majority were male, and the racial diversity was broad. At the start, the average self-esteem score was 17.9, with 22.1% reporting low self-esteem. But hold on, the game's just beginning. As the study progressed, it revealed some fascinating results. While 57.7% of participants with low self-esteem at the beginning reported average self-esteem post-intervention, the Mental Health Moments group stole the spotlight. Self-esteem scores improved by 8.3% in the Mental Health Moments group, compared to no change in the non-Mental Health Moments group. How's that for a power-up? Some students even shifted from abnormally low self-esteem scores to normal ranges. The message is loud and clear. Educators, healthcare providers, and adolescent advocates pay attention. Non-traditional educational instructions, like scholarly gaming, combined with mental health moments, can significantly improve students' well-being. And there you have it, a journey through the power of scholarly gaming and mental health moments. Remember, your self-esteem matters, and sometimes all it takes is a little extra support to level up. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Until next time, keep gaming, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself.